As an emerging black middle class slips into the mainstream, it faces questions about the duty to stay black. I mean, black is something you just take on and take off. Is that what we have here? You know, uplift poor blacks and promote black culture. Is that what is going on in the black middle class? The black middle class now is deciding whether it will stay black. You mean it has a choice of being other than black? And is it now questioning whether it will continue to uplift poor blacks and promote black culture? These concerns are reflected in the work and action of black filmmakers, writers, artists, and others. Who's blacker? Clarence Thomas, a Thurgood Marshall. Spike Lee, a poet activist, Amiri Baraka. They've all been cross-examined in the media in racial terms. Whose media? New York Times, November 30th, 1991. In a 90s quest for black identity, intense doubts and disagreement. Lena Williams of the New York Times. I hope one day, Simitab, and maybe you're doing this already, can perhaps call together these black journalists and so forth and educate them a bit as well. So we get here, the ever-changing black experience in America is being assessed with a new intensity. Skin color, how you talk, more specifically, what you say, how you live your life, are examples of the tests being used to determine what it means to be black in the 1990s. Not since the tumultuous 1960s has there been such an intense focus on blackness. And it jumps over to, talks about books and news articles. The topic range from what's black, who's black, what's not, to black like who. Films like School Days, Living Large, Strictly Business have used satire to explore racial conflict and contradiction among blacks. And they quote a psychologist from DePaul University, aside from skin color, there's something to being ethnically black in terms of outlook on life, values, and beliefs. It goes on to say, some blacks say that black Americans cannot afford to waste time on such issues when so many blacks face a multitude of problems like drug abuse, unemployment, prejudice, and the disproportion of blacks among crime victims. And it's an amazing statement here. We would argue that to a great good extent, a lot of the issues just mentioned flow from the attempt to separate us from our identity, and in many instances reflect issues around people who are trying to escape their identity.